We are at Capel Manor College in Greater London. Head of Horticulture and Landscaping Tom Cole is going to show us how to grow a lawn from seed. Sowing a lawn is something that even an amateur gardener can achieve. It can spruce up your garden no end and make it a much more enjoyable space to use. Step 1. You will need a landscape rake, a metal rake, a measuring stick, a garden fork, bamboo canes, scales, bone meal, grass seeds, a watering can, and fruit netting. Step 2. Choosing your seeds. When choosing your seeds, ensure that you buy a type that suits your garden. For a family garden, a hardy dwarf perennial ryegrass is perfect, but discuss your exact requirements with your supplier. Step 3. When to sow. The ideal time for sowing is either in mid-spring or mid-autumn. If rain is lacking, be prepared to water regularly with a sprinkler system or a hose with a fine spray attachment. Step 4. Prepare the soil. We are demonstrating on a small area of soil, but this technique applies to any size area. Thoroughly fork over the soil. Use a landscape rake to break up large clods of earth and remove any large stones. Continue to rake until the earth is fine and level. Rake once more with a metal rake to further separate any stones or weeds. Once you are happy the ground is level, firm the ground by walking across it. Then re-rake the ground to break up the footprints. Step 5. Measuring up. Using the canes and measuring stick, mark out 1 metre square sections. These needn't be exact, but make sure each square metre is clear. Step 6. Fertilise. Check the packaging of your fertiliser for measurement details. The average is about 50 grams per square metre. Measure out half of this on your scales and scatter loosely and evenly from top to bottom in one quadrant. Measure out the second half and scatter this from side to side. Repeat this for each quadrant. The fertiliser can be bone meal or anything which contains phosphorus. Gently rake the fertiliser in. Step 7. Sowing. Measure your seeds in exactly the same way you did the fertiliser. Apply the first handful from side to side. Then apply the second from top to bottom. This ensures a good even spread. Lightly rake over the seeds to put them in contact with the soil. They needn't be covered entirely as they need light exposure to grow. Water the area thoroughly. Step 8. Aftercare. If the area is small, cover with fruit netting to protect from birds. Cut the net to size and attach canes to the corners, erecting the protection over the seed. In dry spells, water with a hose and fine spray attachment every few days. Try to avoid walking on the lawn for at least a month or two, and preferably avoid any heavy use such as sport for the entire first season. Done.